Welcome back to I Am Astrology Readings. I did a video talking about the Five of Cups, the journey of the sun moving through the first 10 degrees of Scorpio from 0 to 10 degrees, which took place, or is still taking place, October 22nd, 23rd. The sun was at 0 degrees around October 22nd. And the first 10 degrees of Scorpio is connected with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about facing loss and reclaiming power. Now, how to use this, you need to find wherever Scorpio rules in your chart is where the emotional purge, healing, and transformation is unfolding during this decan. The Tower initiates, the Empress concludes, and you must choose whether to mourn or transmute. For the novice people, how to work with this transit: identify your rising sign to know which house is being activated. Look at the area of life that this house governs. Acknowledge the spilled cups in that area, what's being lost or transformed. Find the two upright cups, what remains, what still has value, and watch as Mercury and Mars move through this same area. And to get a more accurate experience, if you actually could find where these planets are sitting in your natal chart, and you can incorporate that too. That would give you a little bit more details. We're just gonna keep rolling with this. Aries rising: shared resources, intimacy, death, rebirth, transformation, other people's money, deep psychological work, occult studies, sexual union, ancestral trauma. The Tower strikes: something hidden beneath the surface comes to light, a truth about what you've given and what's been taken. This is a profound purge involving finances you share with others, an intimate relationship, or deep-seated fear coming to the surface. Your two upright cups is your power to transform, your ability to merge deeply with others, even after betrayal, your psychological resilience. Mercury and Mars journey: your thoughts and actions around intimacy, shared power, and transformation are being restructured. Use the Mars trines to take courageous action to rebuild your financial or emotional security rather than letting the loss consume you. Your 10-day lesson: not every loss is a loss. Some endings free your life force. What you lose in surface level security, you gain in soul level power. Taurus rising: partnerships, marriage, one-on-one relationships, open enemies, contracts, business partnerships, the other in your life. The Tower strikes: a partnership is suddenly tested and transformed, business or personal. Illusions of harmony may rupture. Can you face the truth of what's been broken? The two upright cups: your ability to be a partner, your capacity for equal exchange, your wisdom about what true partnership requires. Mercury and Mars journey: your communication style with partners and your action and relationships are being transformed. You're learning what authentic partnership looks like beyond the fantasy. Your lesson: grieving what isn't working opens room for deeper love. What you lose in idealized partnership, you gain in authentic relating. The Tower clears out false contracts. The Empress teaches you to co-create with integrity. Gemini rising: daily routines, health, work environment, service, pets, employees, daily habits, physical body, organization of life. The Tower strikes: habits, routines, and work structures crack open to reveal what's unsustainable. The shock could be a disruption at your job, a health wake-up call, your daily routine completely falling apart. Mars rules this territory. Pay attention to stress and burnout. The two upright cups, your ability to serve meaningfully, your body's resilience and wisdom, your capacity to create healing routines. Your Mercury Mars journey, your thoughts about your health and daily actions are being purified. Use the Mercury aspects to logically restructure your habits and the Mars trines to take assertive action toward a healthier work-life balance. Your lesson: efficiency is a spiritual practice when aligned with your well-being. What you lose in false productivity, you gain in true wellness. Your body becomes the altar of renewal. Cancer rising, creativity, children, romance, pleasure, self-expression, artistic pursuits, play, gambling, risk-taking, joy. The Tower strikes. Old artistic identities and romantic illusions collapse. Where joy became performance is exposed. The shock could feel like a creative block, a disruption in romance, or worry related to a child. The two upright cups, your authentic creative power, your capacity for true joy, not just pleasure, your ability to love from the heart. Mercury Mars journey, your thoughts about creativity and your actions toward joy are being transformed. You're learning what truly brings you alive versus what you thought should make you happy. Your lesson: don't let this empty your spirit of play. What you lose in shallow pleasure, you gain in deep creative power. Grief becomes the soil for mystic expression. Leo rising, home, family, roots, ancestry, emotional foundation, private life, real estate, one parent, usually the mother, inner security. The Tower strikes. Your foundation shakes. The event could directly involve your home environment or a family member. A shock to your sense of security or emotional grounding. Ancestral grief, buried memories, and generational patterns are being unearthed. The two upright cups, your ability to create inner security regardless of external circumstances, your ancestral strength, your capacity to be your own home. Mercury Mars journey, your thoughts about your family, your actions toward creating safety are being restructured. You're learning what true emotional security means. Your lesson: your roots can't hold new growth until old pain is cleared. What you lose in false security, you gain an unshakable foundation. The Empress comes when you rebuild from love instead of survival. Virgo rising, communication, siblings, short trips, early education, neighbors, local community, mind and mental process, writing and learning. The Tower strikes. A difficult conversation, upsetting news, a misunderstanding, or an issue with a sibling or neighbor. Habitual thought loops are disrupted. What stories keep you trapped in sorrow? The two upright cups, your authentic voice, your ability to think deeply rather than just process information, and your truth-telling capacity. The Mercury Mars journey. Since Mercury rules your chart, this is doubly significant. Your entire mental operating system and communication style are being transformed. Use the Mercury trines to find a structured, practical way to communicate through conflict and find clarity. The lesson: speak from the scar, not the wound. That's how wisdom forms. What you lose in surface chatter, you gain in powerful communication. Your voice becomes a vessel for healing. Libra rising, money, possessions, values, self-worth, resources, material security, what you own, physically and psychologically, earning capacity. The Tower strikes, likely financial, unexpected expense, or a shift in your income, or it could be a shock to your self-esteem. False security is stripped away. You're asking, am I enough? The two upright cups, your inherent worth beyond what you own. Your ability to generate value from nothing. Your true resources, which are internal. Mercury Mars journey, your thoughts about money and your actions around resources are being transformed. You're learning what has real value versus what you were taught to value. Your lesson: loss clarifies what's real value, not what's just comfort. What you lose in material attachment, You gain in true worth. The Empress restores abundance through authenticity. Scorpio rising. Self, identity, physical body, personality, appearance, how others perceive you, your approach to life, personal brand. The Tower strikes. You will feel this more personally than anyone else. A sudden identity crisis, a change in your appearance, or a feeling that your very self is being rebuilt. Who are you beyond the loss? The Two Upright Cups. Your authentic self beneath all the masks. Your true identity, your soul's purpose in this incarnation. Mercury Mars journey. Your thoughts about yourself and your personal actions are being completely transformed. With Mars ruling your chart, this is a profound personal metamorphosis lesson. You are the alchemy itself. The death and rebirth cycle lives through you. What you lose in false identity, you gain in true self. Consciously destroy what no longer serves and courageously step into a new, more authentic you. Sagittarius rising. Unconscious, hidden enemies, self-undoing, karma, spirituality, isolation, hospitals, prisons, secrets, dreams, and the collective unconscious. The Tower strikes. Not a public event, more likely a private realization. A secret coming to the light. A sudden collapse from behind the scenes. Hidden sorrow surfaces. Buried grief rises to consciousness. The Two Upright Cups. Your connection to divine. Your unconscious wisdom. Your ability to surrender and trust the unseen. Mercury Mars journey. Your unconscious thoughts and hidden actions are being revealed and transformed. When Mercury enters your first house, Sagittarius, you gain mental clarity and a voice to finally express what's being brewing in the shadows. Your lesson, let what's ending dissolve with grace. You're preparing for renewal. What you lose in spiritual bypassing, you gain in genuine mysticism. Healing flows through dream, art, and surrender. Capricorn rising. Friends, groups, social networks, hopes and wishes, collective causes, community, technology, future vision, and belonging. The Tower strikes. Could involve a friend, a group you belong to, or a sudden setback for a long-held hope. False alliances are dismantled. What vision still calls you forward? The Two Upright Cups, your ability to be truly yourself within community, your authentic vision for future, your genuine friendships that survive crises. Mercury Mars journey, your thoughts about friendships and your actions within groups are being transformed. The disciplined bounds of Saturn, the world on Mars, and Mercury help you take pragmatic, mature approach to rebuilding your social circles and aspirations. Your lesson, when you outgrow a circle, it's a sign you're expanding your orbit. What you lose in false belonging, you gain in true community. Emotional resonance becomes your compass. Aquarius rising. Career, public reputation, authority, legacy, one parent, usually the father, public role, professional identity, what you're known for. The Tower strikes, likely public or career-oriented, a sudden shift at work, a change in status, or a shakeup with an authority figure. Professional facades may collapse. The Two Upright Cups, your true calling beyond titles. Your authentic authority, your ability to contribute meaningfulness regardless of recognition. Your Mercury Mars journey, your thoughts about success and your public actions are being transformed. You're learning what true achievement means beyond external validation. Your lesson, real power doesn't control, it creates. What you lose in false status, you gain in true authority. Your public work becomes a ritual offering. Pisces rising, higher education, philosophy, religion, long-distance travel, foreign cultures, publishing, teaching, meaning-making, belief systems, and gurus. The Tower strikes, a crisis of faith, the collapse of belief system, or disruption to an educational or travel plan. Your worldview shakes. What myth must die for truth to rise? The Two Upright Cups, your direct connection to truth, your ability to find meaning without dogma. your genuine wisdom earned through experience. Mercury Mars journey. Your thoughts about truth and your actions toward meaning are being transformed. You're learning to be your own teacher and guru. The moon enters your first house, Pisces, as the star, offering direct personal access to hope, healing, and a renewed, compassionate vision. Your lesson: when beliefs break, wisdom begins. What you lose in borrowed belief, you gain in lived wisdom. You become the vessel of living wisdom. The Five of Cups teaches that grief and grace are twins. Each rising sign walks through the same emotional landscape, but in a different house of life. While it's natural to grieve what is lost, do not neglect the two cups that remain. This 10-day journey is designed to help you see them. By the time we get to the end of this 10-day journey of the sun moving through the Five of Cups, what survives the storm, that is what is real. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I hope this resonated with you. Leave a comment, send a message, and let me know which part resonated with you. And if you want to show your appreciation, you can send your boy a tip. This is Paul Heath with I Am Astrology Readings. Know thyself and balance your energy.